Hey everyone, Mr. Devil here, Kenny Danico, 3-time Stanley Cup champion of the New Jersey Devils, and you're listening to the Uncle Pucker's New Jersey Devils podcast. Let's go Devils!
Turn the volume up on that thing again?
Did I what?
Just turn the volume up on that thing again?
Yeah, I want to blow your eardrums out.
Good job.
So, we are back for another summer off-season episode of Nothing is Happening. We are the Uncle Puckers. I'm Chris with Bobby, Tony, and Tim.
Gang's all here, except for Dan.
How's everybody doing? Yeah, Dan.
How you doing, man?
I miss Dan. I miss him a lot.
When's the last time he was on this show?
Had to be a year ago.
No, is it really?
Maybe there's one. Maybe there's one in the last year. But
you get his little face right in the middle there. It'd be nice.
I miss him. I miss what he brought to the show. I miss everything about like hanging with him. He's funny as hell. He's knowledgeable. He was,
I miss his progressive slide down his chair to where like the top of his head would be showing by the end of the pod. It was great.
Or when he'd have an extra cocktail or two during the evening.
Yeah,
which was like every show. But I mean, he's doing good. I went to the beach with him and his wife and a couple of his kids about 2 weeks ago. Me and my daughter met them and all, and he seems like he's doing good. So I told him,
not taking him off the website. So,
well, I told him like, dude,
podcast somewhere.
He's gonna want to get back on.
I know, and then he can't. He'll be fucked. Yeah, he's secretly doing a Ranger podcast by night. So, but I do want to ask you guys, what's going to happen first? We're going to get the Epstein files, or we're going to get a Luke Hughes extension. What's happening first here? Because I feel like both of them are like unicorns at this point, and we're never going to see either.
We're going to get the next Grand Theft Auto before both of those.
Well, do we know that that's already coming out?
Yeah, it has been for like 6 years.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So it's like Chinese democracy of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. It's basically that's what
I just saw Guns N' Roses.
See my segue, Tony?
Yes, I did. I saw the door wide open.
He's getting good at this.
All right, Tony. Talk about your GNR show. I want to hear about that. How was it?
Yeah. So my sister came to Lithuania for her first time. I've been here for like 8 years on back and forth to Tampa. Her and my nephew came out, and they spent 2 weeks here. We went out to the Guns N' Roses show. It was their first time ever in the Baltic states over here in Lithuania. Dude, it was way better than I thought. I actually went there with kind of like this expectation of like some of the video I had seen and stuff. And like I said, I totally, all joking aside, like I deal with like a lot of these bands who are older too on my podcast. So the voices change eventually. I got to say,
what podcast is that, Tone?
The Tampa Morgue.
And where can
100th episode is this week, dude. 100th episode is this week. We have Terry Butler from Obituary. Yeah, and Death.
What the shit? We do 100 a month because of Chris. I don't know. You've got it easy, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
We're like over 300.
That's crazy. I told you we should have kept numbers. We should have track of those numbers on those. We must have done over 300 so far as a show here. But no, dude, Public Enemy opened up, missed them. I actually saw Public Enemy on the Clash of the Titans.
You missed PE?
Yes.
On purpose? Yep. I hope not.
No. They said the show and the doors were open at 8. Well, actually, I guess they must have opened earlier than that because we came there at 8. It was already over with. I did see Public Enemy on Clash of the Titans though at Madison Square Garden.
Nice.
Back with Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. But it was way better than I thought. I mean, Axl at first, they opened up with Welcome to the Jungle. And his highs were a little rough, right? But you could see actually as the show went on, man, he got better and better. They played for 3 hours. Biggest complaint I have is they played like 4 covers, a Thin Lizzy cover, New York Dolls cover, I believe. But they left out like My Michelle. They left out to Get Me. They left out like just some songs I thought they should have played, like You're Crazy. With
at
cover
this stage,
songs.
You play the whole Appetite album.
Yeah,
no,
they didn't do it.
Yeah.
They played Rocket Queen. They played It So Easy, which is my favorite. I was thinking about this after the show, and I was hyped, man, because I felt like I was seeing something. Back in the day when you see a concert, you're like, I just saw something cool. Like for me, I don't think I'll ever see Guns N' Roses again. It was their first time here. It was Slash, Duff, Dizzy. Dude, it felt like a cool show. It was the most people I've ever seen at a show for one band that I've been to. It was a soccer stadium, packed, sold out. Great show, dude. I mean, Axl, the voice. He had the attitude a little bit. It was definitely a good time, man. I was glad to see him. And
Awesome.
I still say It's So Easy is one of the best rock songs ever written. I mean, if I think of that song, it's just had such a killer attitude. And I've heard it a shitload of times and I don't get tired of it. Like, I'll be honest, Sweet Child of Mine, Welcome to the Jungle. Do you ever have to hear those songs again?
No,
but
no, I don't.
I'm really glad that you liked it, because it was about 2 years ago we were talking about a topic about just like bands you used to listen to that you just can't hear anymore. You brought up Guns N' Roses. You're like, sorry guys, I think that's the one for me. But then still go live this much time later and you still enjoy it. So that's cool.
Yeah, it was a pleasant surprise. Put it like that.
And not no Fat Axel, right? All those
I
pictures.
can tell you what, dude. That dude, like, is unlike Vince Neil, who I'm sure you guys seen some Motley Crue footage. Axel, like, I'm sure before this tour he was skinny. I mean, he didn't look.
It's because the food in the Baltic country sucks. Like, he's just not
we
eating.
have great food over here. What the fuck? But no, Axel, he looked good. Duff, I mean, besides Duff looked a little old, but he Slash looked like he was the most out of shape out of all of them, actually.
Duff. So Chris Jericho,
awesome.
the wrestler, he does. His band Fozzy, and they're big in Europe, and they're like he's a good front man, but he can't sing. Like, he's as good as far as being a front man and doing that job, but he's really not a good singer. Him and Sebastian Bach have like this whole big rivalry going on. But anyway, Chris Jericho does a podcast, and every week he has a Duff McKagan joke of the week. Wherever Duff is in his life, he calls and leaves a voicemail of a stupid dad joke on Jericho's answering machine, and he plays it every single week. He's like, this dude was in Japan doing shows. He was all over the world, and he never misses doing a stupid dad joke for the Duff McKagan joke of the week.
McKagan, you're talking about?
Right.
Yeah, Duff.
So do you know McKagan? He played in. You guys remember The Accused back in the day? It was like a punk crossover band.
No,
they were really popular in the underground. He actually played bass with the singer of that band, a band called the Farts. That was Duff's it was a punk band, and Duff, he was singing at this show, man. And Duff's voice still sounds.
Did you say the Farts?
The Farts with a Z. It was Blaine Cook from The Accused, and Duff McKagan was the bass player there for a moment.
You ever see that movie, The Nice Guys, with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling?
Hilarious movie.
It's a great movie. And when they go to that band, they go to, I think it was that movie, right, where they go to that concert, and there's a band called the Blood Farts playing. I think it was that movie the Blood Farts.
Tony, go watch that movie if you haven't seen it, man. It's a recent classic.
Yeah, that's a good one. So, Tim, finally got your truck out of the dirt?
Yeah. Oh my God, what a disaster that was. And I fucked something up at our pool too, so my brother was ready to fucking strangle me. But truck's out of the mud. Thank you to my neighbor Chubb and Chubb Jr.
Thank you, Chubb,
for getting the little Chubb, 60 years old, 6'4", weighs probably 350 pounds.
How old is
Little Chubb?
I owe Chubb Senior a case of beer. He got his old Ford tractor out and just pulled me out of the mud. I've been cutting back a lot of trees because I'm trying to get the vineyard that we have on our property kind of back up and running, so I could like do something with it.
Make some wine.
And yeah, I mean, it turns out more like flammable moonshine than anything. But hey, we put it in bottles. We have a label. But I have to dispose of all the branches and trees and shit that I cut down off in like our woods, which is across a soybean field, and I have to go around the soybeans. And because I have a huge trailer on the back of the truck, I have to drive all the way around the field and through this back little area. And I was going through this dried out creek, but since we got like fucking monsoon level rain 4 days ago, I did not get through the creek. I walked back in the rain, pouting. This is like 5 hours after I had ripped one of the leaves on a diatomaceous earth filter that we have for our pool. So it could have been a very expensive mistake, but thank you, Chubb.
I got most of those words, so I'm glad that it's going good. I don't know what this sort of Damocles filter you're talking
it's
about?
a type it's a type of dirt basically that you put into your pool that basically helps filter it.
Okay. All right. So like a natural filter. I got you. Okay. Yeah. All right. Let's talk a little hockey.
What?
Is there any hockey to talk about, guys? I'm kind of confused here. Like there's
I got baseball related hockey. Does that work?
Baseball related hockey. I'm curious.
There's a hockey related baseball. So either way, anybody hear what Pete Alonso said? The one thing he would change about baseball?
No.
He wants to make one element of it more like hockey. He wants to allow fighting in baseball, not bench brawling. He's like, that's where people get hurt, but one-on-one fighting this guy wants. He says, so if you decide to charge a mound, or I guess the other way around, the pitcher wanted to charge, the plate, you allow it and you let those two fight. If you don't want to fight, you simply take a knee and there's no fight. But if you do fight, the two fight it out, and whoever wins gets to stay in the game. And the other one has to leave. Swear to God, these are his words, dude.
Well, that might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But I guess if you're Pete Alonso and you're just like, I can probably kick the shit out of 95% of people in Major League Baseball. Yeah, I'm okay with fighting. I'm sure Chuck Knobloch back in the day wouldn't be big onto, going and scrapping. He'd probably throw a punch and end up in the fourth row.
I think that his ideas are a little off base, but I like the fact that he's going somewhere with the fighting. I mean, maybe they could figure out it better. He just didn't really cook it too much. I think, the winner gets to stay and the loser gets ejected or whatever. But fighting in baseball, hey, why not?
Maybe Pete should workshop it a little bit. I think he might be onto something.
A little more details.
So there's the NHL social media account put out the projected New Jersey Devils lineup, which is kind of
Palat?
Ridiculous to look at. Your boy
Palat.
First line, left wing.
No,
not
watching.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, all right, like NHL isn't. They're not sitting in the room with Sheldon Keefe like putting together a lineup. They're like looking at like here's the left wing depth chart and here's the right wing depth chart and here's the center depth chart. But
who do they have?
It is Palat, Jack, Bratt.
Hang on. So line one is Palat, Jack, and Bratt. No change from last year's terrible one line.
Timo, Nico, Nason.
Oh, there's so much I hate about this. All right.
I know. And then it's Gritsuk, Mercer, Brown. And then Cotter, Glass, and Dadonov. And the D pairs are right, except they forgot that Kovacevic exists. And
so our best line's our fourth line. Way to go.
It's just this isn't what, we didn't. No, it's just like, this is not, I don't think this is what it's going to look like. Like, Palat and Nason shouldn't be in the top six. Like,
no, absolutely not.
As it stands right now, it should be Dadonov and Gritsuk probably.
Yeah, I think that's what it should be. And I think that unless any other moves, and we've talked about this, are going to be made, that's what it will be. It'll be something more along the lines of Jack, Bratt, and Gritsuk, Nico, Timo, and Dadonov, or switch Gritsuk and Dadonov. And then Mercer, Brown, Nason, Glass, Cotter.
Glass, Cotter, Brown, I think.
I forgot about. No, I had Brown, Mercer, and Nason together.
So
the problem is you don't have a sub for Palat yet. That's why you didn't bring up his name.
Well, no, because he's not going to be on the team. Yes, he's not going to be on the team. I'm still holding out hope that Tom Fitzgerald, I don't know, comes out of his wherever the fuck, whatever cottage he's in right now. I mean, wait, the week before 4th of July, this was the most important thing. The only thing he had on his plate. He told us, this is it. This is my singular focus. I am just fucking locked in on Luke Hughes' contract extension. Nothing is going to stop me from getting this thing done. It is the most important thing in my life right now.
Do you guys think we really do anything?
I think enjoy the holiday, 17 enjoy the fireworks. We're going to get right back to it. We are now sitting on, what's today? Tuesday, July, what's today? The 21st?
21st. Yeah.
July 21st. So, I mean, we are now 17 days from the 4th of July itself. And nothing has, not even a peep. How fucking locked in was this guy? I'm very nervous about this contract extension now.
I am not.
I mean, I'm not, but it's just like, what's taking so long? I don't understand.
I
Like,
just think he wants to
and
actually
Luke's been
prove up.
eligible for this extension for like since December, I think. Like, you kind of have to have an idea of what it was going to look like, right? You can't have just started talking about this like 2 weeks ago, right?
So who's
I
the
hope,
side that's
right?
not giving? Who's the side that keeps pulling here and isn't giving? Is this Fitz wants a bridge and Luke wants an 8 year, or vice versa? Is it a number? Is it the term? That's what I don't know. What do you guys think is the holdup
is
here?
it like the number of massages he gets a week? Is it the type of footwear that he gets in his hotel? Who fucking knows?
Well, it's
These
gonna
guys
get
have all
hey
kinds of
dudes. I mean,
oh
you know
god, those
that
are the worst shoes in the world.
they're
I
not the
think he
worst
signs
shoes.
it though, man. I think they're just taking.
So corny.
Yeah, I think he'll
slow.
sign
I think
too.
it gets
Just
done.
when?
Yeah, but it's just like Mercer, we thought this all last summer too, and then suddenly a training camp started and he wasn't signed yet, and then we just wait.
I just think from an organization standpoint that Fitzgerald doesn't want to sign him now and go over the salary cap. It would just be one more little link of weakness in any negotiations he has with anybody else. I think he's timid to just cut a player when it's obviously something that we have to do. I just think he wants to get his payroll under control before he goes forward with the deal. And we all know the general framework it's going to be. We've said everything from like the 8.2 to 9 or whatever, all relative at that stage, right? I just feel like he wants to clear the deck first before he gets that done. But
Yeah, it could
hopefully, at
be
least
because it does.
close.
Because if he's trying to get out of money, I mean, I don't know if it really affects his leverage because everybody knows he needs to clear money to sign Luke to that long term. But if he signs Luke to that long term, goes over the cap, he needs to get out of money. So everybody knows he needs to get out of money.
Yeah, it's
so it's
true.
kind of like,
but it is different once you're
and,
actually there, though.
and worst comes to worst, he could just put Kovacevic on LTIR and just kick the can down the curb a little bit.
That's something he can do. Absolutely. The thing that makes me a little nervous is, could there be a possibility, playing devil's advocate here, that Luke Hughes' camp is saying, no. It's more like 10 and a half for 8 years.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either, but
like,
that's a possibility, right? I mean, didn't what's his fuck just sign with Montreal, right? What did he get? 10?
No,
who
we
the hell
got
was
like
it?
9.5.
Dobson, right? No, Dobson, 9.5. Which is
Dobson's
still
been a little more established, like I think by like a year or two than Luke. We're still paying for projections with Luke, and like with Sanderson and Faber, I still think that's pretty firmly what is
okay. So if we all, most of us are in agreement here that the term is what it is, right? Like Mike Ruff just even said it. That Fitz said he wanted to sign him for an 8-year deal. We all kind of
he said we want him here long term, like long term,
right?
Which I think we all connected the dots. That means.
But so let's say that we're all pretty much on the same page as far as term goes. This is most likely going to be a 7 to 8 year deal. As far as the money goes, we're all kind of guessing it's like Bobby said, 8.2 to 9, maybe even a tick above 9, 9.2, get $1 million to play with there. So what the fucking holdup? What's the holdup? That's my issue. Like, that seems like that's the shit that makes me nervous. Like, we know that the term is the term. The price is pretty much going to be the price. I mean, if you're haggling here and there over, I mean, if Tom wants to pay him 8.5 and Luke's camp wants 9, you can't figure that shit out. Like, I mean, this is easy.
And Mike, he'll I don't think his brothers have anything to do with it. I think it's what his marketplace is. Both of his brothers signed those deals years ago in a totally different cap environment. And, with all the inflation around here, because thanks, Obama.
Stop. I can't. I'm not going to sit around and listen to any more Barack Obama backlash from anybody right now. Man hasn't been president for 12 fucking years.
He is diplomatic immunity.
All right.
So so I've said all along, I think 8 by 8.25. I think that's what it's going to come out at. Jack plus a little bit of inflation, a little less than his 2 comps.
That'd be a hell of a deal.
It's
a hell of a deal. You lock him up for 8.25. I mean, that's a fucking steal. That's another golden contract that you have in your back pocket.
I had a hard time sleeping last night, and I was thinking about this. I was like, what kind of questions would I want to, if I got this is how fucking crazy I am, is I was like, if I were to ever interview Fitzgerald, what kind of questions I would want to ask him that would make him not want to get up and like leave the interview because like this guy fucking hates me. But I would be like, okay, so when you're negotiating with Luke, like, how does that work? Do you set up a time? Like, because now, you don't just call people anymore, kind of in the corporate world. You're like, are you available at 10? You send a calendar appointment. Bob, you know this, right? It's like you send a calendar appointment and then suddenly it's on Zoom and you're like, I don't want to see this fucking person. And it's like, all right, well, am I sending a calendar appointment to talk to his agent at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning? We have a conversation. Then it takes a day. And then we have another conversation. And 2 days later, when our schedules line up, and it's like, is that what's happening here? And it's like, okay,
No,
like, is he emailing me an offer and like, Madigan and everything else like gets involved and is like, oh, there's analytics this and there's analytics that and there's development and blah 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 blah. Or is it just like, buddy, we know the term, we know the deal, let's just call me in a couple of days. And Luke was at Matt Kachuk's wedding this past weekend. There's pictures of like the whole Hughes family there.
All right, so a couple of people here hopping in. First off, if you're new on here, guys, thank you so much for jumping in. So Crumman85 says, sorry if you said this, but I think Fitz is just trying to unload Palat for a favorable deal. Worst case scenario, they sign Luke and put Kovacevic on LTI to IR to start the season, which is exactly what Tim just said. I do agree. And I had said that, like, the Palat thing is happening. I just can't see him on this team. None of it makes any sense.
And why hasn't that happened already? That's the easier transaction to do.
And I don't know. Well, I don't know why. I mean, because I don't know if this is as convoluted as like Tim is saying. I would think that a lot of it is, I'm going to call his agent. You just pick up the phone and fucking call him and say, all right, look, this is where we're at today. Is that going to work? Let me talk to my client. I'll get back to you. And that's that. And then it just moves forward. I don't know if it's that, I would think, you would like to think that they have to have, like you said, the parameters of the deal already in place. Yeah. Maybe that's really it, that they're just waiting, telling his agent, look, we're moving Palat, we're doing this or we're doing that. We got to free up some money. Sit tight. It'll be done by training camp. And, I hope that that's just it.
Move Hamilton.
No idea.
Hamilton's not getting moved, Tony.
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
I know, I'm sorry, Tim, but
Tony, I'm going to fucking fly to Lithuania and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. You shut up.
Damn internet, man! What the fuck?
Now, Tony,
once I get my truck out of the mud, I'm driving over there.
No.
Now, Tony, you think that they should get rid of Hamilton? You still on that boat?
Yeah, I still am. I hate to say that. It's just,
you don't have to hate to say it's fine.
Yeah, I know.
Because of the value, though, right?
Yeah.
That was your argument.
Why do you want to get rid of him?
Oh, I think that is with his money. I think we can get something better for him, man.
Devil Heaven has a message for you, Tony. I don't know if you could see it there. Devil Heaven 77 has a little message for you. So you might want to read that.
Yeah, I guess they all are. Huh? I don't know. I wasn't hanging out with him, man. I was just watching him. He showed up on
Roses suck bunch of fucking drama queens. Okay.
Have you ever seen, was it Rock of Ages? I think it's like a stupid kind of
sounds familiar.
musical movie where Tom Cruise plays like a famous rock star and his agent. It's actually a hilarious role for Tom Cruise. The rest of the movie is fucking terrible, but I think it's based on like a Broadway play. But the agent tells Tom Cruise, his character, that the gig is like a day before or something like that. So when he gets there, it's actually on time for the gig because he's always like a day late to his gig. It's pretty funny. Anyway.
So
that story didn't land the way I thought it would.
Mike Rubb says we have to trade Dougie for hitting kids in the face with balls.
You might want to phrase that a little different. Now Mike Rubb's on a fucking watch list. Phrasing.
And Meadowlander writes, maybe a 3-way deal that sends Jack and Luke to Vancouver and somehow brings Brady to us. We need to end this Jack and Luke getting traded stuff, please. Right now. It's not gonna happen. I don't understand and we talked about the article that was written that Substacker wrote, Devil's Advocate wrote, and we bashed it. And we got some blowback on social from people just saying, debate the guy on the show, which we then said, absolutely, we will debate him. If anyone knows who he is, that wrote it. I would love to have him on the show. So if you are listening, we can blur out your face or whatever if you're too scared to go out in public and with those takes, but that's fine. I would love to hear him, but this whole idea of like Jack and Luke them leaving makes the Devils better. I can't get my head around it. I just can't get my head around it. I don't understand why the base just can't enjoy the nice things that we have sometimes. Sometimes those nice things break and we can't play with them for a long time, but when they get fixed, they're fun to play with again and we like it. So, okay.
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason to be concerned is they're obviously Jack more than Luke, but Jack's been pretty fragile.
Yeah, he is Italian.
But I hope, and I think everybody hopes, and like I'm going to be optimistic and say we're pretty far past them getting injured. I think his shoulder injuries are gone.
Really?
I don't really see who's soft in our core. Like Jack's the only one who's slight. Like Nico's kind of a beast. Timo's a beast. Brat, even though he's undersized, plays like a water bug and is all over the fucking place. Jackson,
but even if that is the case, even if you did believe that our core was soft, which Tony believes, all right. So I'm going to speak for Tony here. He does. He thinks that it's, and I agree with him to an extent. But I also don't know if getting rid of your best player helps that when you can add to that and just put people around Jack who can protect him a little bit more. And look, Jack's injuries aren't because people are taking shots at him. Jack's injuries are because he goes 120 miles an hour every fucking shift. And sometimes, objects in front of you are closer than they appear when you go crashing into them.
So, and he falls on his own all the fucking time.
That you can't blame softness, this team's softness on Jack Hughes' injuries at all.
I don't think it has anything to do with the core. I think it has to do with the complementary pieces around the core. Like last year, like we beat this topic to death. Like, and I was actually reading some of my old blogs. Even in December, I was noticing, and I was writing about the fact that our depth was just not showing up. Like Cotter and Nason started the season pretty hot, but like we were riding a hot power play. Nobody else on this team could fucking score. Eric Holla went 40 games without a point. Like you can't have that. But the problem is now we're trapped in these no move clauses and some of these. We have $15 million sitting there that we've all kind of identified as movable pieces. Even though I don't necessarily think Dougie should go anywhere, but I don't know. Like I think Fitz is kind of trapped. I think he trapped himself, and he may just be fucking punting this year, which is frustrating until the cap goes up again and he has a little bit more flexibility. I don't know. That could be potentially what I see. Is he constantly says this shit like what we're building here, what we're building in the current tense, not like what we've built.
Right.
It's always what we're building, and I don't like the way that he says that.
Meadowlander writes, Florida has changed the game. Let the Hughes sit on someone else's IR. We need dogs. And there's some truth to that. Absolutely. Florida has changed. We all know it's a copycat league. Every league is. So they're going to, everyone in the NFL is trying to mold their team now like the Philadelphia Eagles. And 3 years ago, running backs were shit. Now everybody's got to have 3 dog running backs on their team. Everybody's got to beef up their offensive line. It's the same thing. So this is what everybody's going to do. But I think Jack Hughes is a dog. I just want to see that dog get the cone off his fucking neck and be able to go and play with the other dogs.
I think Dobermans around him.
I mean, he fucking Jack
Dobermans around him.
Jack pigeon tossed fucking Sebastian Aho 2 years ago.
Yes, he did.
When he's there and available and plays, and hopefully, yes, he will get a little stronger and bigger. He's already past the shoulder surgery. He's filming content. I don't know. He's doing all kinds of weird sponsorship stuff, which is a little strange. But I did see a recent picture of him where he looked a little bigger. He's not going to be this fucking jacked. He's not going to be Fabian Zetterlund. He's just never going to be that ripped. It's just not going to happen. So that's why we need those complementary pieces around him. Like we need Timo to score 30, 35 goals, and be a bull. Nico continues to be a bull. Jack gets better, or Brat gets better every year. Some of those, our core isn't soft. Like those guys aren't soft players. But and if you look at the beginning of our last season, so we had 4 months of a healthy team, right? 3 of those 4 months, we were a top 5 team in the league, and we're beating the shit out of everybody. We were leading the league in fights. We do not know what happened. We still don't. But I have faith that Sheldon Keefe can figure out what happened and turn that tide and see and kind of identify like this is where shit went wrong. And like when we went on Ace's show, he kind of had the tinfoil hat that I kind of put mine on too, where it's like there might have been like a league or an ownership memo to like, stop fighting so much.
That's definitely possible. I would definitely, I mean, that should not ever happen. That was something that we were able to actually lean into, and we had teams actually thinking about that. And that was something you had to take notice of when you were playing New Jersey, and then that all dried up. Maybe it was a call from upstairs to tone it down. It was a bad call if it was. I heard some really crappy news today for Devil fans and people like us that really want Alex Tuck on this team, that said that that Tuck and Buffalo are close to signing an extension.
Yeah.
So that's another guy that's, that's why
the only reason we always brought up his name is because he was eligible to have his name brought up. And we're like, if they're not seeing the value in this guy, we want him right now. But obviously the organization is going to look at him and say, this is an asset we got to lock up. And if they're not, then they're idiots. So,
and that's why I don't think. And so I don't think that Dougie's going to leave, because I just think there's just not enough out there. There's not enough teams out there looking for, everybody kind of like, that's why the free agency, what did all these high valued free agents do? They signed with their old teams. Like a lot of these guys are just staying where they are and waiting for the salary cap to go up. Like you said, Tim, waiting for that next contract. And, maybe that's also something in Luke. Maybe Luke does want just a 3 or 4 year deal, and he wants to go back and hit the market in 3 or 4. And Fitz is trying to talk him out of that. I don't know. Again, we're just speculating.
I know what we got to do. We got to go 11-7 all year. Screw Palat. Got Hamilton and the rest of the crew in there, and this isn't a conversation anymore.
Palat can retire. Palat can retire. Just get behind the bench.
82 games.
Dougie,
you cannot. You cannot start this season in October with Andre Palat on the team. Just can't.
11-7.
Cannot do it.
I put Dougie Hamilton on the first line before I put Palat on the first line.
I'll get that. I'll get behind that one, Mike. Bobby for head coach. I'm with it.
Tim, did you see that? I don't. You might have saw who said it. Someone said that the Metro may be the weakest.
Yeah, I think, Mike Rupp said that. I agree with him.
I agree.
Metro, maybe the Pacific. Like Pittsburgh sucks. The Islanders are going to be good, but they're going to suck. Columbus, like who knows? Their defense is still kind of shitty, and their goalies suck.
Mm-hmm.
Carolina, I think, is kind of the same team that they started the year. They did a whole bunch of shit and wound up kind of in the same place that they started at. The Rangers have old forwards, and 4 of their 6 defensemen are fucking awful. Like they might be, I forget what the pair was. It was Susie and somebody else. Might be a pair that they're marching out for 20 minutes a game. Like that's not good for them. And they're, Zibanejad, like, come on, Panarin. Like you want to call our course off? Look at fucking Panarin.
No,
the only guy they have on their team who's worth a shit is fucking JT Miller. You look at so the Islanders aren't great. The Flyers are still rebuilding. Like
Columbus is going to be good.
Like we may be the second best team almost by default, and I think Juho, and this is something I was thinking about too, is moving Mercer up to the top 6, because he needs to have play driving guys that he plays with, and he's better off. He's been his best when he's been on like Nico's line or Jack's line. And then we move Glass up to the 3C, and Juho's the 4C. I could see that happening very well. Glass could be that defensive guy that takes some heat off of Nico and lets Nico cook offensively a little bit.
I'm not against that. Jay Snow did write Connor Brown and Dodonov, baby. Now we're contenders. I don't think anyone's saying that, but I love the Connor Brown and Dodonov picks, and I think that you guys pretty much like these too. Like we do think that there needs to be a move or two, or kind of tweaking around the edges. I think those are good moves. And if you were to put Mercer up with, let's say, Timo and Nico, and then the Donoff or Gritziuk plays with Jack and Bratt, I don't know how that's going to work. And then you had Connor Brown, Glass, and Nason. Like I can live with that. And
we have good players. We have a good lineup.
And if our team was healthy, and I think that Dougie is going to be the possible trade chip for this year's deadline. I do think that if there's a glaring need and something, I think if they're ever going to move off of him, it would be at this deadline. I don't think they're going to
have a good year, and there's going to be no chance in hell that they're going to move him before a playoff run.
Okay, so here's
You're right, you're 100% right about
here's that. What I think people are overreacting about. They're undervaluing what we already have in place. I realize there needs to be some upside to that, and I realize I'm frozen. Looking at and I'm actually going to start. I forgot to tell you guys, I'm going to start writing for All About the Jersey. So that came through today. So I'm going to start.
Congratulations, Tim. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's good stuff. But one of the things I'm going to look at is, the top 6 guys. Everybody's like, oh, we need top 6 forwards. We need Jason Robertson. It's like 30 to 40% of Jason Robertson's production comes from the power play, and we had one of the most elite power plays in the league. Our power play was the most dangerous based on expected goals by 60. Was the most dangerous power play in history and the second best power play in the league. We should not touch that. We already have a problem where Timo's not producing where he can be because he's not getting power play one time. We've said this over and over again, and Chris, we've talked about it ad nauseum. It's going back to guys that can be complementary top 6 guys, and I think Mercer can be a complementary top 6 guy, and I think Glass, his upside is a 3C. And it depends on what you want that 3C to be. He could be a 40-point defensive master, and that's a great 3C to have. So there's what I think people aren't realizing is all the trash that we got rid of.
It's addition by subtraction.
The addition by subtraction improves his team. I'm gonna hop out and hop back in.
Yeah. Okay.
Take your time.
I love that.
Thanks,
I love that the kids are fighting in the comment section. I think that's great.
I can't even read it. It's too small. It's all blurry to me.
Where are you? Keep on bouncing out. What's going on, Tony?
I don't know what's going on.
Are you still on though when that happens?
I think I'm still on. I still hear you guys the whole time.
Okay. So, all right, I just want to go over the schedule, just the month of October. I just want to talk about this. That was the first thing that I even looked at. Well, because it's the first thing on the schedule. So, of course, it's the first thing I looked at. But what I meant to say is I didn't go any further because October was enough for me to kind of, shit my pants a little bit. So we open up the season on Thursday night. A little. On October 9th.
It only takes a little.
In Carolina, I know, and it just smears everywhere when it starts coming up your back. Oh, it's so gross.
That's not a little, dude.
Dude, I sharted. We need to get out of here immediately.
What movie was that? It was Ben Stiller.
Something about
something
about Molly. Along Came Polly.
Something about
something about Mary and Along Came Polly.
Yeah, Along Came Polly.
Something about Polly. Along Came Mary. All right. September 9th in Carolina. And then we play the 11th in Tampa. And then Monday the 13th in Columbus. This is before our home opener. Carolina, Tampa, Columbus. I mean, not for nothing, but if the Devils aren't on point, we could be 0-3 to start the season.
There'll be a good chance we'll see a win on opening day.
On opening day, the 16th of
Wait till you find out who we play at our home opener.
Oh, I know.
When the 2-time defending champs come to the Rock for our home opener against the Panthers. But it gets easier because after the Eastern Conference champs 2 years in a row, the next game on Saturday, the 18th, is the 2-time Western Conference champs, Edmonton Oilers, coming into our building. Take a breath.
Easy peasy.
Take a breath. We have 2 days off. Okay. We then go to a back-to-back. We get to go on the road to Toronto and play the Leafs to come home to play the Minnesota Wild. So far, out of our schedule, Let me just see something here. One team was not a playoff team so far. One team. And then we play the 24th against the San Jose Sharks, and that is at home. And that's not going to be an easy game. That's not going to be an easy game.
We're going to be like 6-0 going into that game. We're going to fucking lose.
And we get a day off, and we have a home and home, not back to back, but a home and home against the Avs. So on the 26th, we play the Avalanche in the barn, our barn, and then we go out there and we play them the 28th, and then we just stay out west and we hit San Jose, and that is the last game for September. Now, it doesn't ease up at all in November, but we're not going to talk too much about that. This is a fucking brutal first month of a schedule, dude. This is seriously no joke. Other than San Jose and Columbus, every team is a playoff team. Two of the teams were defending Eastern and Western Conference champs the last 2 years.
Well,
who the hell did we piss
Jason,
off?
Take it easy on fucking beer leaguers, all right, pal? It's fucking we're people too.
Watching.
We're people too. Yeah. Go ahead, Bob.
I mean, yeah, that's fairly brutal. Good. I mean, get that shit up on a locker room wall early. Start off every single game. They talk about that mentality, but it really means it. If you could start off good this season, and then hopefully the schedule at some point gets light. Although I say that lightly because I just feel like every team we were supposed to beat last year, like, rode over us. I know that's not completely accurate, but some of those lesser teams we play down to, we don't do good against them. But yeah, I would say getting that mindset right now, and no better way than to start off with the champs. Beat the champs on day one. Kick their ass in the back-to-back last year.
That would actually be day 4. But
we went into Florida last season worried, and we beat the shit out of them twice back-to-back. And so, like, the way I kind of see it is they are the defending champs, and the way they've been playing regular season games the past couple of years, especially early season regular season games, they may just fucking blow this off. They're coming to New York, the New York area. True. So they're going to go out in New York. They're going to have a fucking time. Those guys all look like absolute party maniacs. So,
okay.
Anyway,
we open up against Carolina, their home opener. Tony, the Devils win game 1 against the Hurricanes.
I'm going to say yes, 4-3.
Okay, I was giving us scores.
Gets us all excited. We all get excited, man.
All right, Bob.
I don't think we're ready to exercise that demon yet. I think we're a better team, but we're going to lose in heartbreaking fashion, like a bad game. It's going to be like a 5-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tim?
What are we predicting?
Do we beat Carolina in their building on game 1?
No.
I'm going to go with Tony. I think we do.
I bet we get shut out. And people are going to lose their fucking minds.
Right?
See, that's what I'm going with, man. You get all excited.
We're going to lose like 3-0. We're going to get absolutely 0 offense generated. The power play is going to go like 0 for 10. We're going to be like, we've lost 6 in a row to Carolina. People are going to lose their minds. Fire Keith, fire Fitz, fire everyone, fire the fucking pilot who flies the charter.
Mike
fire the fucking catering guy.
I don't think we make much more moves either. I think this is
that's
what's kind of scary. I think this is pretty much, besides maybe 1 or 2 small things, this is what we're taking the ice with.
I agree.
I deleted Twitter, Jay Snow.
Jay Snow just said,
brain.
Tim, did you see Christy Flannery's tweet? No, I don't think any of us saw Christy Flannery's tweet. Not that you were asking me, Bob or Tony. You were only asking Tim. So I guess you can either share what that tweet was or go fuck yourself. Either one.
Hey, you're like, how dare you say that to Jay Snow? He's like one of our OGs.
I know he is. That's why I said it. All right. Then we go to Tampa and we play the old Lightning. What do you say, Tone?
Lightning? Oh, I might be at this game. I'm not sure yet.
Really?
Yeah. There's some. Damn. I think Tampa's going to take them. I think it's going to be.
You don't have to give
5-2
if you want to.
What the hell?
We're not going to hold you.
I see a lot of Guns N' Roses. I got Guns N' Roses in trouble. I see a lot of bashing still going on in there.
No,
these guys, I pretty much am like, listen to a lot of like death metal stuff, but I'm just saying they weren't as bad live as I thought they were going to be.
Tony lives in Lithuania, so he's going to take what he can get. All right,
we're just happy now.
All right, Bobby, Tampa.
Yeah, we bounced back on them. We beat them pretty good. And in like 24 hours, we go from jumping off a cliff to being like Stanley Cup.
Okay. Tim?
Yeah, I think we bounce back for that one.
All right.
I think Tampa's going to sleepwalk through the beginning of the year and then like turn it on midseason.
It's probably their home opener, so I mean, that's the crazy thing. Like, we're gonna probably have like 4 home openers like in a row, like Carolina's and then Tampa's and then Columbus's and ours. So I think we do beat Tampa. I think we're gonna go 2-0 to start this season. Ask me again at the end of this month.
Yeah, these home openers, when they're not within like the first like 2, maybe 3 games of a season, it really kind of takes away a little bit for me. Like, you're 4 games in and it's your home opener. I always like it a little bit. I get it's not always the first game, but 4 games in just removes a little bit of the shine. I'll have just as much fun and just as many beers. I'm just saying, like,
seriously.
Then we go to Columbus and we play the Blue Jackets, who I think are going to be much improved. I do think that they're going to fight for the Metropolitan Division this year, along with us and probably the Canes. I mean, we'll see, but I'm going to go with the 3 in a row. I think we beat the Columbus Blue Jackets. Tony, what do you think?
It's a 2-part answer. I got to answer Devil Heaven really fast over here. Yes, Devil Heaven. I remember when James got caught on fire and that whole big riot thing, and you're 100%
that was
right.
fucking crazy.
That was fucked up, you know. And Devil's Heaven, come to listen to the Tampa Morgue if you like this kind of music, because I definitely remember what you're talking about. But yeah, no, I think they beat Columbus actually.
All right.
I don't think Columbus is going to be any good. Like, they're fun and they score a lot of goals, but it's like they didn't do anything. Like, they signed Provorov, to be homophobic, and then that's it.
I don't think they had to really do anything. I think that they were young and on that cusp that, another year, I think they can make the playoffs. That's why I mean, I like it. All right, Bobby, Columbus.
Yeah, I mean, they may start to fight, but not in this game. We're going to take them in this game.
Okay. Tim?
Yeah, Jason, I think we're all saying the same thing about that. She's not off. The Brown and Dadonov, good additions, but we all think we would like to see more.
Is that Christy Flannery's tweet?
Yeah, Christy Flannery. It's kind of, she said the same thing. Yeah, as we hit.
So she writes, as we hit the midway point of July, the New Jersey Devil forward group appears. Oh God, he just went away. Incomplete. Go ahead, finish that.
I don't know. That's the rest of it. That's all I know. There we go. Oh,
look at you. Yeah,
look at you with the technology.
Connor Brown and Evgeny Dadonov were good additions, but if New Jersey wants to take the next step, the lack of a true third line center and top 6 left wing will be problematic. Really? Christy Flannery came up with that all by herself? That's amazing. No other Devil fan thought center and wing was what we were looking for. I'm just fucking around.
Yeah, I mean we all see that, I go back to that. What top 6 winger? The only guy I think that kind of fits the model of what I see in my head is Jared McCann. Because he could score a lot on 5-on-5, doesn't rely exclusively on power play time, is actually a pure left wing.
Not happening though.
But it's just like Dallas has no reason to move Robertson. They got rid of the money that they need to get rid of. I don't know why St. Louis would make Cairo available. That seems fucking insane to me. And his no trade clause just got locked in. Tuck's not available. He's going to sign. Brady Tkachuk was never available, so we don't need to talk about him anymore. And nobody has any idea what Seattle is actually doing. What the fuck are they doing?
I personally think that Dadonov can be that guy. I think he can be.
I think it could too. But that's what if you look at the top scorers for every team, they're like 3, maybe 4 guys that are over a point per game, and those are the 4 forwards that are on power play 1. Then there's always a drop off to 50-ish points, and then 40-ish points, and then 30-ish points. I think we're really overthinking what kind of guy we need in there. Like, we really think Evan Rodriguez is a good fit here. He was in the top 6 for Florida all year. He had like 38 points, 15 goals. He had the same kind of production that Palat had, to be perfectly honest.
Because to me, a guy like that complements that top 6 much more than a guy like Jason Robertson. Jason Robertson is a hat on a hat to me. Evan Rodriguez brings a different element. I understand he's a 45, 50-point guy. That's fine. We don't need an 80, 90-point guy there. We just need a guy that can fit that role, can be a dirty player in front of the net, do all the hard work, make sure Jack isn't getting taken advantage of. Like, that's what Evan Rodriguez can do and do it well. I don't think Jason Robertson can do that.
The other guy I saw brought up from Florida is Luosterainen.
I don't know much about him.
He's a big Finn. Basically, that's what I know about him. But he's good. He's a good, solid player. But that third line that Florida has, and that's their differentiator. Their top six is great. Everybody's pretty much got a decent kind of top 4 or 5 guys, but their third line is what really sets them apart.
Agreed. All right, let's finish the schedule for October real quick. We go home, finally, 4th game in, playing the champs. Panthers in our barn, Tony.
Oh man, I have the record looking pretty good if I go with the Devils, don't I? On this,
Yes, you would. You would have them at 3-1 to start the season.
I'm gonna take it.
All right, Bob.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
I am going win 3-1 on the season, 3-1 on the game.
Oh, okay. Tim,
he's gonna go shut out.
Be there, Bob.
We're going undefeated this season. We are going to go 82-0.
82-0, baby.
82-0.
So you think
the other teams aren't going to score on us at all,
forwards.
except for the opening night. We're going to lose 3-0. So we're going to go 81-1. 81-1.
All right. So Tim's got him at 500 through 4. We've got our asses whooped by Toronto in our home opener. It's not happening again. Devils start the season 4-0.
Yes, so Raquel and actually Rust as well are guys that I think are worth it.
Oh, yeah.
Raquel's, that's the thing. It's like I will take a $5 million guy that could pot 30, but if he maybe pots 25 because he's not getting that power play one time, that's fine. It's just when you get an $8 million guy and expect him to score 35 and he only scores 25, that's more of a problem, I think, because that's a contract deficiency that we can't really have at the top of our line.
What the guys like that, Raquel and Rust and Rodriguez and those guys bring, anyone else whose last name begins with the letter R, they bring an element that the team needs in the top 6. I think more so than their goal scoring. That's what I think. All right, Edmonton coming to our barn. Tony.
Tony, be a shout out. Just got your collect records comment. You see this?
I got prediction Temple. Yeah, definitely Tampa.
Collect records if you're into that kind of music. Tony hosts another podcast called Tampa Morgue that you should listen to.
Yes, I highly recommend everybody listening, wherever you get your podcast, please check out the Tampa Morgue. It's Tony's show that he does with his buddy. It's all about horror movies, metal music, and anything that, most people shy away from. Tony dives in full bore.
Terry Butler this week from Obituary.
There you go. I don't know what that means, but
neither do I.
Go check it out.
That's not Oasis. I don't know that one.
Tony, Edmonton Oilers coming to our barn.
Edmonton, unfortunately.
All right. Bobby.
Yeah, I think they'll get a little bit of a letdown after blowing the doors off of Florida, so we'll lose that game.
Okay, Tim.
Yeah, we're winning everything. Told you.
Well, you have them losing to Florida. All right.
No. Only Carolina they're going to lose to. I'm not really paying attention.
All right.
I'm kind of reading.
So you have them 4-1.
Not my official forecast either.
No, I'm just we're just killing time. I have them beating Edmonton. I have them starting the season 5-0. And then
you had them going 13-0 in the beginning of last year or something.
I know.
That.
I remember that actually.
Then I have them losing. Then I have them losing back-to-backs though against Toronto and Minnesota.
And Chris, you know what I love about you with Chris? He'll be like, "We're going to go 3-0 this week." And then that night of the game, we're all getting the text. This fucking sucks. He's like, "I'm out of here. It's over." He's like, "We're done." He's like,
"I can't watch this anymore. I'm going to kill somebody."
They don't do anything for my life. Why am I dealing with all this shit?
Right. They're not paying my bills. Toronto and Minnesota, Tone.
Toronto? Yeah, I'm going to go Toronto. Fucking Devils.
On both?
Devils against Minnesota. Toronto, I guess Toronto.
Toronto and then Minnie.
Yeah.
Okay. Bobby?
I'm wrong.
I'll reverse that. We'll beat Toronto and lose to Minnesota.
Timmy?
2-0. 8
Okay. And I have 2 L's. All right. We'll finish this up real quick. San Jose, Colorado, San Jose. Those are our final 4 for the month of October. Tone.
God damn, you got to repeat that again, man.
San Jose twice, 1 at home, 1 away. Colorado twice, 1 at home, 1 away.
I'll go 2-2 on that whole thing.
Okay.
1 against each.
Bob?
Dropping the first game to San Jose, winning the next 3.
Tim?
I think the opposite. I'll take this more seriously now. I think we kick the shit out of San Jose to start. Get over that. We lose to the bad teams hump. Then we take the momentum into Colorado, come back to Colorado, but then we're gassed by the fourth game and lose to San Jose.
So you're saying win, loss?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to go with Tony's, go 2-2. I think we split them. So Tony rather, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It has him 6-3 for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's not right.
Good month.
I'm sorry. You had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm sorry. You had 6 and 5 for the month of October. Bobby has them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 4.
Nice.
Tim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 3. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 and 4 as well. So that's where we are. All right.
Go.
Ready for the snake draft?
Sure.
Snake draft, Bob? All right, Bobby, explain the rules and what tonight's snake draft category is.
So the rules are we're all going to we pick a topic and we're going to go through in snake draft fashion and show our favorites. You can't use the same answer twice. This week's is something slightly different off of the movies and music we've been doing. And I want to venture into our childhood favorite cereals. These cereals have to be marketed to children, so it's not like heart-healthy Cheerios with a shitload of sugar, but maybe something like Honey Nut Cheerios can fit. I want to, and preferably you think about it as you were as a child. Maybe your tastes have changed and now you like whatever. But yeah, we're just gonna do favorite cereals. Go from there.
Yeah, and guys, let us know what your prediction is for the month of October. I see that Jay and Mike have them out. I like it. All right, random number generator 1 through 20 to pick the order. Tony, pick number 1 through 20.
6.
Bob.
17.
Tim.
10.
I'm gonna go 3. There's our random number generator. Bump, 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 bump. 1.
That'd be you then.
That would be me. Okay, so
Yes.
What's the order? Me. Tony, you pick 6.
Yeah, 6.
And you picked what, Bobby?
I'm 17. Tim's 10. So I'm last.
Okay, so me, Tone, Tim, Bob.
Yeah.
Chris, Tone, Tim, Bob. 3 rounds. I go first. I'm going to start with a cereal that was so fucking bad for kids that the name isn't even the name anymore. And that's Honey Smacks. And if you remember when we were kids, they were called Sugar Smacks. So basically, you have 2 of the most addictive things in the history of humankind, sugar and smack, and put it together for a children's cereal. So for me, Honey Smacks, Sugar Smacks are my number 1.
See, I kept looking for cereals that I know I was forgetting. That's exactly one of them. It did not pop up for me. Good pick, man.
I didn't look online. I just remembered all the old cereals.
I didn't remember.
Did you see Mike Ruff's comment?
No. Fitz is probably using the random generator on the Luke contract. He's waiting for 3 numbers to be the same. That's it. That is that's the winning comment. That's up there. It's staying there. Nice job. All right. Tony, your first pick.
This is favorites, right?
However you want to do it. Yeah, favorite one.
I don't know. I'm going to go Count Chocula, I guess.
Good one.
Count Chocula.
The milk was always good afterwards.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The chocolate milk. All right, Tim.
All right. Well, Cookie Crisp. It was literally fucking little cookies. And you put that in milk, and then that was supposed to be a nutritious breakfast. Cookies for breakfast.
Cookies. Crisp. I love it. Okay. All right, Bob.
My first one is a little bit surprising because there is kind of a boring element to it, but I can't stop thinking it was probably my favorite cereal as a kid. And I love bunching up all the extra marshmallows, and it's Lucky Charms.
Yeah, that's good.
Which also used magic to get kids to, fall into favor. They're magically delicious.
They are.
Lucky Charms, a good one. All right, Bob, your second pick of the first pick of the second round.
It's pretty tough because my Cocoa, my Count Chocolate was taken off the board, and I really do like the chocolate one. So I guess I'm gonna have to go with Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs? I never liked those chocolate cereals. I'm not a chocolate guy.
Really?
You
racist?
No. Just don't really like chocolate. Tim, you're up.
All right. This is probably one of the greatest cameos in movie history. Is Liam Neeson in Ted 2.
I'm out.
For
I
tricks.
I just got a new favorite. Sorry, Mike. I had the stomach rumbles on the way to work yesterday. I had to pull over, shit over a guardrail. Phew, no shit paper neither. Devil Heaven 77. That's a great story.
That's a trumper. Yeah, you get trumper.
That's all right. Well, I guess our cereal draft's over.
I was once, just a real quick story before we get back on the cereal draft. I was driving once on the Parkway and had the quote unquote stomach rumbles, and I pulled into a rest area real quick. I ran in, I shit my living brains out. There was no toilet paper in there. I took my boxers off, wiped my ass with it, shoved it inside a coffee cup, and then just put the lid on my Wawa cup and then threw it in the garbage, and I left. So that's something disgusting I did. Tim, your next cereal.
Woof.
How do you top that, Tim?
Hang on. I want to see if I can find this.
What, cereal?
Hang on. Fuck it. My YouTube's acting slow. All right. As I was saying before we got derailed by shitting on the highway stories, the best random cameo was Liam Neeson in Ted 2 with his box of tricks.
I don't remember that. I don't think I saw Ted 2 actually. But tricks?
Oh my God. All right. I'm going to have to find this.
Do you guys remember a cereal? Do you guys remember a cereal? It was like Trix, like those cornballs, but they were like bigger and grosser. They were called Kaboom. They had like a circus clown on the cover. And they exist. Yeah. Kaboom. That always reminded me of Trix. Trix I liked. All right, Tone.
Fruity Pebbles, probably, man.
That was mine, man. Can't go wrong with Fruity Pebbles. My favorite. Fruity Pebbles were great. All right, so my second pick, I'm going to stick with the Fruit Loops. I mean, Fruit Loops are
classic.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Fruit Loops.
Classic.
And then my final pick.
My kids cannot get enough fucking Fruit Loops, man. Every time we'd go on like a vacation to like a resort that had like a free breakfast or like an all-inclusive breakfast.
Right.
Yeah, those little boxes of Fruit Loops, and they would lose their goddamn minds. Hang on. You've never seen
first cereal my kid ever ate too.
Hang on a second.
In a hotel. Fruit Loops.
I hope my kids don't see this. I'd never let them eat cereal.
Really?
Hang on.
Yeah, I'm like, I eat Cocoa Pebbles. Yeah, they have some kind of, actually the cereal is a little different, man. We do have some of the norms though.
All right, Timmy,
you've never seen this? Hang on.
No.
So let's look at Tim's tabs.
Thanks a lot. Come again.
Hey.
Hello.
I'd like to ask a few questions about this breakfast cereal.
Yeah, box of tricks.
That's right. I've been led to understand that tricks are...
Well, I mean, they say tricks are for kids in the commercials.
And is that enforced by law?
Not to my knowledge, no.
So if I purchase these tricks, there'll be no trouble?
No, you should be fine.
You do understand that I myself am not a child?
I was able to sniff that out, yeah.
Okay, I'm going to bring these back to my apartment.
Yeah, you'll be okay.
And I won't be followed.
No, that's not in our budget here.
Hey, I won't forget what you've done for me here today.
I would prefer that you do.
All right,
That's
Tim.
fucking great.
Good ad, dude. I totally forgot about that scene.
So my final pick though, I'm gonna go with what Mike said here. That was the one I was going with, was Apple Jacks was my next one. I love Apple Jacks.
Right.
Haven't had them in like fucking probably 20 years, but they're really good. Tony,
Is it my turn? Frosted Flakes, man.
that's a good one, dude.
That's
The box, yeah, the Tiger. Yeah, Tony the Tiger. It was good stuff.
They're great.
It was just like it was like a sugar delivery mechanism. There was nothing really.
All my
nutritious
choices,
about
yeah, man. When I was a
Everyone
kid,
on
I was
this
allergic
list.
to milk. So when I was a
Really?
kid, I
That
was
was the
allergic to
point.
milk. I used to drink orange juice in my cereal. Yeah.
Shut the
it was,
fuck up.
Wait, what?
You did
I
not put
swear- no,
fucking
I'm dead
orange juice
serious.
in your fucking
Yes.
cereal.
I was allergic to fucking milk, and I had to have
Okay.
orange juice in my cereal.
Disgusting.
But
That's what I used to
I've
drink
done
all
that
the
by
time.
accident. It's inedible.
Talk about a sugar rush. I was like, coked up as a kid.
that's
I
the
knew
most
it.
disgusting thing I've ever heard.
I was
dude.
to me it was
can't
I
normal.
just heard a story about a guy shitting off a guardrail.
It happens.
I can't even drink orange juice after sugar. Like it tastes weird doing that.
I don't drink orange juice anymore
It's
either.
like after you brush your teeth and orange juice is like the worst
Oh,
taste
yeah.
combination.
It's the worst. The
Oh,
worst.
God.
All right. Well, Tony, you
Mike's
should
Mike's
eat
gonna create
cereal.
memes of us for the next 3 hours.
can't
I used to have
believe-
white Easter bunnies as a kid too.
Well, because your family was fucking racist. That's why.
That was your family, actually.
Just my grandfather. You don't even
Grandpa,
know.
what was his Grandpa Joe?
No, he was Grandpa Frank, and he was a fucking racist. All right, Tim, your final
All
one.
right. I mean, the only cereal with made famous by sound effects, the Rice Krispies.
Oh yeah, Rice Krispies.
Snap.
So Rice Krispies to me as a kid was so healthy. I would put sugar on top of
Well,
the
that's
Rice
the
Krispies.
thing.
It was good
Me
like
too.
that, though. Yeah, some orange
Marketed
juice.
to kids, low on sugar, and then you just pile that sugar in.
Yeah.
It's the only way to eat it. You scrape sugar off the bottom of the bowl.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that was the best. Sugar milk. Oh,
Sugary milk that
yeah.
you just dump in your mouth. Sorry, Tony. I know that's
Yeah.
not.
Yes, no, it was.
Yeah. Tony gets
Gnarly.
the fucking
in there.
the
Fucking weirdo.
screaming shits if he drinks fucking milk.
He has this shit on the Garden State Parkway over a guardrail.
It all goes together. It's a big thing.
Hey, Bobby, bring us home, baby.
I'm glad that Tony picked Frosted Flakes because I was in a virtual tie with that and this other
Strawberry
mouth
shortcake.
that would screw up the top of my mouth every time 'cause I ate it
Captain
too fast before it got mushy. Captain Crunch,
Captain
yeah.
Crunch,
Take two
good
big
one.
That
bites,
shit hurt.
touch the roof of your mouth, and it didn't matter. It was like crunch, crunch, crunch.
Oh, Captain Crunch
No.
is so good.
What's
Yeah.
funny about Captain Crunch
even know
is
what
he
flavor
actually
it
has he has admiral markings on his uniform. Which
Yeah, he's
just
not a captain.
the military
really.
people do not like that.
No, that's why they just stick
And
with
some marketing person just got to ride their whole career with that mistake.
Uh-huh.
No
Fucking that up.
repercussions.
I know.
Just fucking it up.
Being like an advertising marketing person like the 60s and fucking 70s would have been so goddamn easy.
Yes.
Camels with
would've.
dicks in them. Remember the Camel cigarette pack?
Yes. Yes. Yes,
Yeah.
we do. They still sell them.
Yeah.
They
But
changed
none
the
of us
art.
smoke anymore. So
I
No.
think I bought a pack from Kyle Connor on Route 22 once.
Chris, I remember we worked at the sawmill, man. How
It
they had
looks-
the cigarette
that's
right outside
so
the bar.
funny.
They had the cigarette thing with the pull,
Dude,
the pull
I
handles
still
and shit.
my job has a cigarette machine, like has the pull lever
Serious?
cigarette machines. Yeah.
What's a pack now in those?
I just
things?
saw one at Spicy's last week. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. These things still
Yeah.
exist?
How much
Here,
was
for
it
mere
there?
$15, you could pull a pack of cigarettes.
Is that how
I
much?
think it was like-
15?
I think it was 15 or 16.
Ours are 14.
Could have been
Which
that.
is
I
like
just know it
what
was in the teens.
7-Eleven fucking charges. Like it's like $14 for a pack of cigarettes now. So
So
So-
here in Europe, the cigarette packs have like you've probably seen these. They have like all the burnt, like it's not regular artwork on them. It's like people with their fucking trachs and stuff like that,
Yeah,
like
it's like-
burnt out lungs. Yeah, they do it
Like
real
skull and
extreme.
Still doesn't work.
And they still buy them anyway. Yeah, people just
yeah. So, I mean
That trake's bigger. I want that pack.
Right. Yeah,
Fucking
but how
weird.
much did he really smoke to get that? I
put them in a
mean,
happier
not
pack
me.
and go about your week.
All right. Well, I actually have to cut this thing out now because I got to go hang out with the wife for a little while before she goes to bed. I want to take the dogs down to the water, get them swimming a little bit. And
All
real quick, Devil Heaven, right? And I'm thinking LaChance will be that for the future, 1 to 2 years out. But now I love, and we talked about him. And if you guys missed a show, Tim and I did a little Welcome to New Jersey, and I kind of went over Shane LaChance and Timmy went over. Who'd you go over? Richard? No, it was Juho.
Lamico.
Yeah.
Juho Lamico.
So check that out. No, I'm not going to go take a shit now. I'll let you know though if I was. But yeah, I'll send you boxers in the mail. Oh, it's awesome. Always awesome hanging out with you
Always
guys.
good. Always fun.
Thanks so much for checking us out. And again, on the YouTube feed, please hit the subscribe. We're trying to like get any kind of fucking audience going here, guys. So spread the word wherever you're listening to us. A like, a 5-star review, positive comment helps the little podcast that could.
All right,
For Tony, Bob, and what?
Mr. Huxtable died today, by the way.
That's
Theo.
right.
Yeah.
Malcolm Jamal Warner died. He
Forgot to
drowned.
mention that. Yeah,
That's crazy.
drowned.
We'll talk about that next time. So We're the Uncle Puckers. Thanks, guys. We'll see you when we see you.
Fuck you, Valleycat.
No, Bob? Not doing it?
I did. Bye bye.
Oh,
It's over, Johnny. It's over.